Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are discuss about in a topic. The topic is what is digital signal processing DSP and how does it affect audio. Most wireless headphones and speakers rarely on some type of digital signals processing. Here's what you need to know about DSP and why it's hard to avoid. Digital signals processing or DSP is a catch-all term in the audio realm. Sometimes it refers to the process of converting an analog signals to a digital one. Other times it encompasses the gimmicky audio modes in the companions app for true wireless earbuds. In our reviews, the term of typically refers to how headphones or speakers adjust an audio signals to ensure ideal sound at all volumes, but the specific of DSP implementations can be quite murky and vary by the manufacturers. With that in mind, we have gathered everything you need to know about DSP here so you can make an informed buying decision. How does DSP work and sound? DSP in wireless headphones and speakers primarily focuses on compressing or limiting the peaks of loud passages to prevent distortions. Imagine the audio signal as a sine wave. If the top of the sine wave crosses a certain threshold, it will distort. In applying dynamic compressions, headphones and speakers seek to flatten the peak and keep it from crossing the distortions threshold. The higher your volume level is when you listen, the more likely is that peak limiting DSP will be in play. This is a particularly true or at least more noticeable with wireless speakers. This can potentially happen multiple times or continuously throughout a track depending on its compositions, the aggressiveness of your device compressions and your volume levels, usually bass frequencies, the deep lows and even the low mids are the most likely elements to trigger dynamic volume reduction. Of course, the specific depends on the manufacturers and the frequency range of a particular product, but DSP will often simply lower the volume of the only the powerful bass frequencies that are triggering it so that the overall volume of the track remains loud. If you have ever noticed a song on the radio that temporarily dips to a lower volume and then slowly rises again, you have heard an extreme from a dynamic compressions, but it's possible to apply and then release compression gradually so that the effect is much less jarring. An example would be a more subtle compressions ratio in combinations with an EQ profile that thins out the bass frequencies as described above. Most forms of DSP use some variations of that approach. It is easy to hear this effect in real time on plenty of headphones and speakers. Simply blast them at maximum volume. Make sure to protect your ears and you are likely to notice a distinct lack of basses in the mix. Aside from preventing distortions, manufacturers now also use DSP to boost bass depth and occasionally the heights when you listen at lower volume. Remember the loud button and skill them. They lend some extra emphasis to these laws. Some here and along analog stereo gear might offer a knob for this function rather than a simple button. The thus allowing is discerning listener to adjust the effect to taste, but that's not possible on many consumer models. So you are largely stuck with how the manufacturer chooses to handle it digitally. With all of this in mind, most consumer audio products that use DSP sound better and fuller at moderate to high volumes than at their maximum setting. What else is DSP useful for? DSP can also refer to a wide range of sound effect in companion apps of consumer audio product. With this, we end our video and see you in our next video. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.